Is that you? Where's the afro? Fatty, I'm going to show you something that I've never showed before. Okay?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Nobody has ever seen this before publicly. So you see that person in there? You may think to yourself, how can that possibly be me? Yeah? You must be joking me. There's no way that's me, right? But I'm going to show you a picture of me when I was young. And this is something I've never showed before. But that's me when I was young.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
And yes, I did have thick blonde hair when I was young. So that's me. You love the hair? Hey, when you're a kid, your mum gets to decide what your hair looks like, right? Whitco, thank you for 3 months. Love your videos. We'll be going to FSX conference in Orlando. Yeah, I'll just see you there. I shall be there both days. A blonde squirrel, yeah. Klishnikov, thank you for 27. Kitty with a bullseye 50 months. Yachts 5 and 50 months. Nice timing, dude. What year was it taken? 1824. Right. I had a feeling you were a blonde. Yep. Oh yeah, I was bright blonde. And if I go in the sun, like my hair gets blonder. It's weird. The schedule for the weekend looks something like that. Today we are playing Satisfactory. Various people. Still younger than James May. Lol. Various people will be playing with us today. Holy sub-bomb of doom. Holy cow. The DC-88. And if I've got this right, just dropped 50 subscribers. 50 subs from the DC-88. Wowzers. DC, my man. Thank you so very much for dropping 50 subscribers. That is extremely generous. And 50 people just got made very, very happy with a sub or a resub. That is epic. I've only been streaming 15 minutes and he dropped 50 subs. That's nuts. Right, so anyway, I thought what we'd do, because there's a few guys going to join me today, although maybe I need to put myself online, I'm not sure. We'll probably go for the... So we've done that biome, we'll start in this biome. Session type, friends only. Enter session name. I don't know. Let's call it Yachts 5. And go with that biome. And click on start. You'll be painting, but you have the stream on. Painting as in roller kind of wall painting, or Bob Ross Happy Little Trees painting? Has Mrs. Squirrel baked a cake? She has not. Mrs. Squirrel's been just as busy as me. In fact, she was away on Wednesday and Thursday because she was back up in St. Helens, sprinkling her dad's ashes, well, actually burying her dad's ashes into a plot, because they had her mum's ashes were kept. Like her dad kept her mum's ashes, and his wish was to be buried, like their ashes to be buried in the same plot. So she went back up to St. Helens to basically sort that out. So she's been pretty busy as well. And then we've got all kinds of stuff happening tomorrow at home. We've got a bathroom fit starting in 2 weeks. We've been running around like headless chickens trying to sort what tiles we want and what units we want. It's just like, oh my God, it's horrendous. Mr. Rickson, thank you for 39. So yeah, no time for a cake at the moment. I don't want to put pressure on her. Yachts 5 hype. Thank you, Mr. Rickson. Ecolos double top 40 months. Let's click on the like technology. I miss your resub. Did it get buried by any chance? I think it might have got buried in the DC bomb of doom. 1 second. Let me scroll all the way back. Yes, it did. You basically did your 1 year anniversary and then the DC bombed you. That's what happened. Thank you, Likes Technology. Witko I missed as well. No, I didn't. Klishnikov 27 I missed. There we go. Let's start. Right, I shall drag down Mr. Puppies and Mr. Sommy, because they're going to be joining me for a little while.
And I'm so glad he dragged you first then. Hey!
Hello.
Hey!
I am just spawning in.
Yes, we were just discussing your inefficiencies, but yeah.
My inefficiencies.
Attention, Pioneer. The following
You can press
instructional
escape
video is
and
a
skip
summary
the
of your
intro, by the
impending
way.
duties as an exoplanetary pioneer for Fix-It Incorporated.
What could I gloss painting do? I've not done gloss painting for a long
Welcome
time.
to Planet Massage 2.
I normally use, I don't use gloss because it's oil-based. I use the other one, eggshell, whatever.
I am Ada, also known as Artificial Directory and Assistant, tasked to support pioneers
Blimey,
such
it
as
is not
you in their
exactly
mission.
flat around here, that's for sure.
You are the third of your sector to survive planetfall.
I did
Congratulations.
warn ya.
You know, if I remember rightly, this is where the
No.
spiders are.
Objective-based introduction initialized. Welcome. First objective. Please dismantle the drop.
You got done twice,
The
listener.
resulting materials will be repurposed to construct.
Grab some leaves.
Second objective. Please ensure you have your Fix-It Incorporated Xenozapper equipped before leaving the drop zone.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
We've got the Xenozapper.
Initial scans reveal coloring properties in the flower petals. Further analysis required.
You just tend to witter on
Third
quite a bit at the
objective.
start.
Please familiarize yourself with the resource scanner to find
I just
iron.
press enter to
Note,
skip it.
The acquisition of iron is
Aye, aye, aye.
Why? Are we not near Paul? No, we're not, are we?
Wait, what? You should be some walking distance away, but you won't be right next to me.
Well, we've got problems here.
Why?
Because we've got baddies on us.
Okay. How do I find you? There you are. I'll run towards you then. You're quite quiet, Something. Let me try and turn
Studying
you
the
up.
remains of this creature might shed
Well, you
light
said
on
that the
how
other
to
day and I
defend
boosted it
yourself
down
in
for
the
the stream, so
future.
I can boost it my
I
end. if you
recommend
need me to.
analysis.
I don't know how far you are, that's a problem.
Well, I'm nearly here now, so I don't know whether Puppies is still...
Oh, there you are, it's right behind you.
Okay, we both ran then.
Oh, well, the starting point was just down here by the water. Mr. Andy. Squirrel, I used to be an average streamer viewer around Yachts 123, but not been around much lately due to work and IRL stuff. Still like from time to time, watch the YouTube videos. Massive congrats on Yachts 5. Thanks for all for doing the community. Mr. Andy, thank you very much, sir. I hope you can be around a bit more, but I understand. Life gets in the way. It's not life will find a way, it's life will get in the way. Zenim, attention noobs, don't press the purple button right at the start of the stream. Oh, nice. Yes, I thought we'd do a brand new start. So, like, I was having to think about what we could do, because I know this is not a particularly flat area, so we're going to have to build vertically a fair amount. But I thought what we need to do is find concrete and try and get everything we can down onto, like, platforms. Because we're going to need to build up. And I was thinking we need to get a little crazy with the design, so maybe, like, having, you know, like, maybe try and set a challenge as something like you can only build one product per floor or something daft like that. So we have to conveyor stuff vertically and get a little bit weird.
Why not? How hard can it be?
Do you know the concept of make life easy for yourself, right?
I do, and I thought make life hard and fun instead.
But after the week that all of us have had, you want to top this off by trying to make it more difficult than it already is.
Well, you can have we don't need to have a big factory. We could have like multiple little factories, but on each floor you build one thing. That could be fun.
Alright. I'm over by the iron ore to the east.
In the words of Jeremy Clarkson, how hard can it be?
Wait, how far away is this iron ore? Okay. Rome! So my TV got a sub from the sub bomb from the DC. Also, I just got back from lunch. Can I join, please? No, you can't from. Yeah, of course you can. Let me drag you down.
Hey, Bram.
Hello.
Wow.
Hey.
He's loud.
What's the betting From dies on the way here?
No.
Oh, I can hear something. Doesn't sound friendly.
Right, I found a limestone deposit.
Like, the only reason that thing hit me is because it frame lagged. 100% chance he'll die on the way. Yeah, did you see the frames? I'm like trying to have a combat and it's like... Trying to figure out where it is.
Yeah, so
200
over here
meters.
is some limestone, then the iron ore is over in the distance.
Ooh, limestone, cool.
This semi-slug
Yeah.
seems
You
to
missed the
contain
briefing, Vroom.
substantial energy from its crystalline shell.
Yeah.
Further analysis
Don't
of
worry, she
crystals
nads a bit, but you
required
get
to
the general
determine
gist.
application.
So here's the briefing, Vroom, right? You can have multiple factories, but you can only build one thing per floor.
Right.
Fourth
So you got to get
objective,
vertical.
build
Have you
the
seen the
hub.
twisted conveyor
Build.
belts I've done
To
before that
complete
go
this
vertical?
objective, the resources salvaged
Yeah.
from the drop pod
Yeah,
will be
that's the
consumed.
challenge.
Caution. Ensure the hub is built on spacious open terrain close to the presence of iron sources.
Are you going to
Oh.
build the hub, Mr. Squirrello?
I will. I'm just waiting for her to stop whittering on. Where do we want it then? Over here, maybe?
Well, you're the boss.
Well, I'm just working out where all the stuff is. We've got iron there. Concrete was over there. This is about as flat as it gets, isn't it?
But the hub doesn't really need to be anywhere flat, does it?
Indeed, but we need to make sure it's not in the way either. Just build a
So perhaps you
skyscraper.
not build it down here then.
How about by the water side? Is that nice for you? On the beach? How about on the beach, though?
Sounds good.
I might have just died.
This consumable
Have you died from?
possesses minor healing
Yeah.
properties.
I got attacked by
It's
3 of
required to
those
establish object scanner identification.
attacky thingies that like run at you, and and it lagged massively, so I couldn't see where they actually were.
Frome's died. Achievements
So I
unlocked.
died. And now I have nothing.
Congratulations. You have unlocked hub feature manual craft bench. Hub feature hub terminal. Fifth objective.
It's
hub
just a
upgrade,
meme.
Storage and
Do you need me
power.
to come and help
Note,
retrieve
the
your body
craft
from?
bench and hub terminal are
Can I just-
essential.
Mr. Roscoe,
I
thank
killed
you for
one of
42.
them.
You know the hub.
This is a nice bit of what? Ooh. Hello.
Sammy, you're really quiet.
I said, told him that.
Is this any better?
Found the copper.
Can
Yeah,
I
somebody needs to
boost
keep
with
count,
your
Yoshi.
rainfall or not?
I boosted you. Hang on.
I can
You're already
test
on at
again now.
130% for me. I'll put you on 150.
Well, that's all right. Is this any better?
Yeah.
That's better.
Right, okay. Yeah, can I make a comment on the hub? You know the window for it sticks out the side that's not facing the lake. Because once it's developed, the research bit sits in here, doesn't it? And the window for it looks this way.
So which orientation you want it?
Well, just that way, 90 degrees towards the lake. That is it that way? I think so.
Like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that near the beach?
You can come this way a bit. Yeah, keep going, keep going. How's that? Yeah. There we go.
The generators go at the back here, don't they?
They'll be at this end, yeah.
Wait, I don't remember seeing this before. The heck is this? What is that? Oh, petal lizard dog. Oh, there you go.
Congratulations. You have unlocked hub feature
By the way, I found a
biomass
drop pod.
generator. Hub feature personal.
Shush, woman. He's too loud now. I'll turn it down a bit. S. Reeves, I can't believe it's 4 years already, dude. It's just nuts. I can't, like, it's just nuts. Yeah, I think I need some food to tame it. I don't have any food on me.
Happy anniversary.
Mr. Andy, thank you for 22. Frosty, 4 months. Roscale, happy yachts. Thank you for 42, Roscale. Right then, first thing we need is another crafting bench because there's no way one's going to be enough for us. We need iron plates and iron rods. Anybody got any stuff?
I'm
I
working
have.
on it.
Let's go and dig.
Over here, Paul.
What?
Over here.
I'm just going to go and get... Can we build the miners yet or not?
Will be in a second.
Okay, how many
So
benches do we
I
need?
found a drop pod and it needs one rotor to fix it.
Needs what?
One rotor.
Yeah, not anytime soon.
Yeah.
If only we had bacon so I could mark
Can be
it.
found in the build menu and craft bench respectively.
Are you northwest of the base at the moment?
Upgrade, conveyor belt.
Mikey Farr. Unfortunately, I had to unsub as payday just never came. It finally dropped last night and it's good to be back. Mikey, mate, thank you very much.
Seriously
Welcome back,
lying
sir. No
for some
problem. No
reason.
problem.
Parts, of which only one type at a time.
I can hear a power thing somewhere.
Yeah, it's up on a cliff somewhere, I think. Up where you are now.
Yeah.
More
it's a
towards the
bit-
south.
We need concrete to get that, I think.
Happy anniversary.
Kelly Hitch, 42 months. Happy Yachts 5. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you for 42 months of support.
Alright, I'm working on the concrete.
Oh, yeah, Mikey. You need those emotes. Yeah, we need to get those miners. I don't know what we have to do to get the miners.
You can get them now, you just need the workshop.
Oh, okay. We haven't built a workshop yet, have we?
I'm working on it.
First thing we need to do is get some concrete going. If we put the miners on a platform straight away, then we can build off of that later, I guess. I think what we should do is like have a miner, then a smelter, then a container, and then box it off or something.
Yeah, don't we need to get the hub upgrades done first before we can actually get foundation?
Yeah, we'll have to do that as well. What else do we need? I can do cable.
Workshop's down, Paul.
Nice. Iron plates and
If I work on
screws.
getting some portable miners done.
Yeah. Just need some iron plates in there now and we can unlock the next thing.
Okay.
Hey, Boeing. It does, Vika. We will rock you. I'm convinced that wasn't an accident, you know. Get a shave, Dave. Dave, are you going to TwitchCon or are you just going to Insomnia? Been looking for a Yacht 5 for a while as my Yacht 4 shirt is too small. Have you been eating, Mikey? Vanilla Donut, thank you for 19 months. not a bad place for a base, actually, next to a rather nice little lake. You don't think about TwitchCon, you'll be in Germany next week, though, so last question. I mean, it would be a decent to pop along. Yeah, Germany's a fairly big place, though. Are you anywhere near Berlin?
Ah, I have found you.
Well, Boeing, the story behind it is kind of in the
I'm almost
description
dead
if you
again.
read it.
Right, so
See-
portable miner is down on the copper.
I used to make model planes when I was young. Hang on. I used to make model planes when I was young. And when I was young, I used to like that,
Congratulations. You have
which
unlocked
is
new
basically what
buildings
the
and
image on the
blueprints,
t-shirt
which
is
can be
based on.
found in the build
That's basically
manual
me,
and craft badge,
right?
respectively.
And that's the same as what's on the t-shirt. And I used to sit there on the bedroom floor basically making model planes and then hang them on the ceiling. And if you look at the actual picture, it's basically a Polaroid, because Polaroids were very popular back then. My mom didn't take very many photos, but when she did take one, I have like Polaroid pictures of me, which are very common. So the whole t-shirt is basically me, you know, like often with things like simulation and your kind of dreams and your aspirations later in life kind of come from childhood somewhere along the line. And so you'd sit there like building model planes and dreaming about them and that kind of thing. So the whole thing is basically like me in my youth in a Polaroid picture building a plane sat on my bedroom floor. So that's the whole concept for the t-shirt. You're still cute. Thank you, Eric. What do I need for that? I need copper. Yeah, Boeing, I have scanned a lot of the stuff in. I've scanned a lot of things in now. PS4 Gamer, Happy Yachts 5. Thank you, PS4. Happy Yachts, sir. Biomass. Ooh, I can convert all that biomass. Oh, yeah, it was, I think, Dave. Yeah, they used to have those powder flash bulbs, and they were a one-shot, wasn't they? So when they went all foggy, and then you couldn't use them again. At least it was in colour. Yeah. My mum didn't take many pictures. She's just notoriously bad for it. My brothers are the same. They don't have hardly any pictures of us when we were young. Like, other people have more pictures of me when I was young than my parents. It's just ridiculous. Right, let's put them in there. Hey, from Canada. Hello, sir. I need more of these smelters. Where'd the workshop go? Where's the workshop? Oh, there it is.
Over there.
There's some more iron ore up here.
Have we started on the concrete yet? What was the concrete, actually?
North, east, east. Yeah, where you're heading now.
Oh, yeah. A pet T-Rex? Nope.
There's also a concrete right behind the hub.
Were dinosaurs around when you were
Yeah,
younger?
that's great.
I did help to get rid of them, Pringle. So, yeah. Is this the iron? Oh, this is iron ore pure.
It has found the limestone. It's hiding in some bushes.
Thank you, Martin. Let's get some more ingots going. Polaroids are great. Polaroids, like, were It's a shame they died in a way, because just having an instant print was actually a really nice thing. When did the joke start? Ask Pringle. Where was the copper mine?
West.
Okay. Otherwise, are very trendy nowadays. They were actually... I think they should make like a modern version of it.
Oh, I don't miss crafting iron ingots by hand.
No.
Why does the character look like a 40-year-old woman who's had lots of kids? Are you referring to the t-shirts?
Someone
Jordan?
else can be on frame duty later.
If you're referring to the
It's not it.
t-shirts, it's basically
On
a
what
picture of
duty?
me. And if you think that looks like a 40-year-old
Making
woman who's had
frames.
lots of kids, then I
Yeah.
would suggest that you may need to go to the optometrist.
Congratulations.
Banner!
You have unlocked hub feature, additional biomass
Mr.
generator.
Benner!
New buildings, which can be found in the build
In the
menu.
game. Okay, totally non-specific.
Ninth objective, hub upgrade,
Mr. Banner, thank you
molecular
for gifting
analysis.
how
Note,
many?
to
10
ensure
subs.
full
Thank you very,
mastery of
very much.
skills and equipment, I
Can we
have
tell
been
her to
asked
shush?
not
Shush,
interfere.
shush! Thank you, Benner.
Happy anniversary.
All the characters in the game, I think, are female characters, and they're all kind of...
Yeah, she doesn't actually respond to shush.
They're very, I don't understand the modelling on the female character in the game. It's all very slouchy, and it's just a bit weird. Benner, thank you for gifting 10 subs. If you just got gifted a sub, please remember to thank Benner45 for extreme generosity. Have you seen there's an iPhone case that's a Polaroid printer too? I've not seen that, Boeing. Does that actually tie up with your phone and let you, like, print things?
Anniversary.
Because that could be interesting. Happy yachts to you, Benner. Oh, I love handcrafting. You just can't beat that feeling of I made this myself.
No.
Choppy!
Has
Thank
anybody
you for the
killed
bits.
the fuel, by the way?
There's plenty of
I mean,
biomass in the
biomass.
box.
Yeah, I made loads.
Thank you for throwing the bits. Congrats on yours
So the
5.
answer to your question is me.
Thank you very, very much. Couldn't do it without the support. Thank you.
Well, I'm just about to get the concrete production online.
Woohoo! The goal endpoint Satisfactory is currently undefined because it's early access. Mark 1 miner needs rods. I've got the concrete, just need to make some rods.
Is it my game being weird? Does the sort button on the storage box not work?
The what, sorry?
The sort button on the personal storage box in the hub.
Well, the sort button doesn't work.
Yeah.
Didn't try it myself. Maybe they've managed to introduce a new bug as well as potentially fix some other ones.
Yeah. Or it could be server lag or something.
Get in of it, mate. The sort box is dying on from. Let's have a look. Sort. Sort works for me. But then
Yeah,
I'm the host, so maybe that's it.
could be.
Don't need a Xeno Zapper. So we're going to need smelters, aren't we? We need wire and rods for that. I tried to pet the doggo lizard, but it just didn't seem to do very much. Yes, girl, I thought we'd start on the third biome, which is the kind of trickier one, I think. Because there's not a lot of flat land around. Oh, and when we do build factory stuff and we put walls on, can you put the ones that we can paint on, please? Not the corrugated iron one. And then we can have different coloured factories later.
Don't those unlock later though?
The painting on... I don't know, actually. Now you
No,
mention
the
it.
paintable ones. You don't get ones well from the start, I think.
I can't remember from. I
Why
mean,
don't we not put walls on until we're absolutely ready for it?
because
You
if
can
we
do
go
the walls
vertical...
now.
If we go vertical, you need walls. So there
You
is
can
that.
do the walls now that are paintable.
There you go.
So
Then.
is it the wooden ones rather than the
Yeah.
metal ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a great day, NASCAR.
Well, you could use the metal ones if you don't have the other ones yet, and then remove them so we have floating floors.
Let's see.
You want to
Oh, we
use
do
a
actually
one.
have them. Never mind
Yeah,
then.
we have them.
Mikey, I just tried to change my password to Twitch servers 123, but it wouldn't let me as it was too weak. Interesting. How are you supposed to pet them if they just keep running away? Dude. What's going on here? We need, have we got, no, we haven't got the organisation. Yes, we do. Let's try and turn that around. Oh, that's annoying. Why does it snap like that? There's supposed to be a way of building this. There you go. That's a lot tidier. And then you'd want a smelter straight after it. $60 a minute. Smelter's not going to deal with that. So that'd need to split when you can later. There's room for a splitter there, isn't there? And then that would go into storage, which I can't put down. You got any concrete on me?
I don't. Why are you trying to smelt limestone?
Lol.
I didn't realise what you had here, but I'll just change it for a constructor.
And then a room to get a splitter in, because we're gonna.
There is room for a splitter, isn't there?
Yeah.
So we're not putting it into the storage box first then? Do we not have it yet?
Well, this is concrete, so whatever we produce whatever we
Yeah,
get
but I
out of
don't think the
limestone.
constructor is
making
that
the
fast.
Yeah, but once we get the splitters, it will be.
Yeah, we'll get splitters for a bit.
And there's no point in bulk storing limestone when in my opinion.
No, just store
Well, when
store
you
the
get,
product.
yeah.
I didn't realize it was limestone until somebody pointed it out.
Yeah, so that's limestone at 60 a minute, and it
Yeah, it's not gonna
needs
handle it.
limestone at 40. It's 45 a minute, isn't it? So
Ain't gonna handle it yet. Such waste.
but it's only until we can get the Mark II miners that will be able to cope with 2 assemblers for limestone and concrete, anyways.
Well, we'll need logistics splitting as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, concrete.
Yep. So are you going to keep that separate from the factory concept, or is this the start of the factory?
That's not the start of the factory. I think production should be in its own little factory. And then, as in producing the raw materials, because this is a raw material, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
You've got your limestone getting turned to concrete. In other places, we would smelt iron into iron plates, and then we would just send that off to assembly somewhere.
So you're not
Iron
going to
ingots.
do... Yeah, are you going to do it to iron ingots and then send that off to be made into ingots and...
We have 2 iron mines up here, so we can have one doing, I don't know,
Congratulations.
iron.
You
Well,
have
we can smelt
unlocked
both and then
feature,
send it to
molecular
2 different
analysis
places, can't we?
machine, also known as the MAM.
Because we can't split
Building,
things yet.
biomass burner. Building, space
What I'm saying is,
elevator,
when we build a
equipment,
factory where we're assembling stuff into screws or whatever, we should have that in its own factory. 1 per floor.
Well, do you want to do logistics as the next milestone so we've got splitters then?
I think that would be wise. And then we can get things
Yeah.
efficient. Mikey Farr, there is a new teacher at the local school. He has no arms, no legs, and no body. We call him the head. There it is. The first cracker joke of the day. Average Aussie Gamer. Thank you for 19, and Dan Rofat, thank you for 8. Jensen's, do you mean the Yachts 5 flying one? Thank you. Oh my god, it takes so long. Have we got miners up there yet? One, we need another one. Biomass burner. Gonna need 2 smelters.
And you won't need to make a portable miner because you can pick one of the other ones up.
Alright. Hmm.
Aye, 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 aye.
Thinking we should smelt this way, actually.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Encroaching on others' clearance. I thought it was possible to put right on top of this thing. I think that should point this way. There's enough room for a splitter. Did the OBS hiccup suddenly return as just me, Captain Flint? I don't know if it has returned.
Milestone reached.
Let's do a test, because normally it would jump.
Normally
it jumps on this camera, doesn't it?
Do you want some concrete, Paul?
It does jump. Yeah. If I go to that screen a second. That should get rid of it. It's to do with the OBS slideshow. It's really, really, really annoying. Yes, we need to build this out a little bit more. I thought it would perhaps go that way because we can smelt a bit easier over there.
I did put the concrete down on the floor next to where you were standing. You've got it. Never mind.
Yeah, I found
String delay for the win.
Organization. Not enough iron plates. Yeah, they've not fixed it. It's some weird bug.
Its analysis.
It's some weird bug that when you're using the OBS slideshow feature, you get this kind of frame stutter, and it happens exactly. So if you set up a slideshow and tell it to change images every like 8 seconds, then every 8 seconds you get this frame stutter, and it's like a known issue on OBS.
Happy anniversary.
Where's our power?
Natter.
Mikey Father's, oh sorry, crumbs on the floor. Congrats on Yachts 5, looking forward to Yacht 6. Dude, steady on. Dancy Wolf, 30 months. 30 months in a row. Thanks for the awesome streams in Yachts 5. Let's make it a good one. Thank you, Danty Wolf. Or Dantet Wolf, I should say. Mikey Farr, I entered my local bike shop the other day inquiring about a problem with my bike tyres. The guy said, certainly, sir. Speak to our spokesperson. Oh, God. Really? Really? You went there? Zonta, 39 months. Thank you, Zonta.
Milestone exchange concluded. Fix-it freighter re-entry complete.
Okay, have I got enough storage space to pick this thing up? I don't think I have. I have, actually. Now then. To somehow...
Happy anniversary. Natter.
get the stuff from there coming up here.
That moment when you're so used to having stuff already in your inventory, you can't build the simple.
Yeah.
Missing cable. No. Need bots.
Wrong game.
Melkor.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Thank you for 20 months, Melkor. Ben19872, 5 months. G'day, Squirrel Mods. And chat, congrats on Yachts 5. Thanks, Ben. Mr. Hawkeye, 5 months. Thank you. 5 months for Yachts 5. It's Dante T-Wolf. It doesn't show that on my resub screen. It's all in lowercase, so I don't see that. I shall try and remember. But it's fairly unlikely. Oh, I need to chop that tree down. Tree's got to go.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Rip. I
Fixed.
think we need more power generation.
Eh.
We need a biomass burner, I think. You know what would help? If the left generator was actually connected to the network.
I know, I've had to remove it to put another power line in.
Ah.
The struggle is real.
Hang
just
on,
don't
there's
tell no
3 of us
spaces
trying
your
to do
name,
the same
correct.
thing and it's not working due to the server lag.
Yeah.
What do we need to do?
You seem to be online again.
Yeah, I think you can have underscores,
Do you want some
possibly
copper or
dashes,
Rome?
but spaces you can't have, that's for sure.
Why?
Was that why you? I thought it was why you ran up here.
Nah.
Okay.
Well, I ran up here for something, but I forgot. Why?
Might as well manually load that one and get more smelting done. That's fine, Dante. I think your name's fine as it is, to be honest. What's this guy doing? I think this creature in the water's a bit stuck.
Yeah, it's been doing weird stuff.
I'm wondering if it's a workshop.
I reckon it is. It's not going to move from there. We've got a pet.
Yeah, the actual pet isn't petable.
Ai.
Yod. Happy Yachts Day. Thanks for 5 years. Yod, thanks for the support, my man. Well, there's limestone over there. Wait, what? No way. I wish I had a chainsaw right now.
Do you have any copper on you, Sammy?
No, I'm just about to get some on. I've got some loads of ore, but I'm just about to put this on.
Drop me a load of ore.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Thank you.
It's not the prettiest thing, but it'll do. The round night with a golden acorn 2 years. Yachts Day and a golden nut for me. All thanks to Amazon Prime.
Aye, aye, aye.
Thank you, round night.
Right, so cable is on temporarily, but not optimized, which I'm going to do now.
Martin MH.
R&D wishes me to tell you these colored petals are useful.
Martin MH, I love your videos. You made me love simulation building games. This is for you, celebrating Yachts 5. Martin, thank you very, very much. That's very kind. Thank you. 2806. I thought I donated 24 euros. It's converted the euros into dollars. So your 25 euros became $28.06. Currencies, eh? One day, maybe we'll have a global currency called credits or something. Cool Tiger, 15 months. I don't think I did. Thank you for 15 months, Cool Tiger. I think I missed you and Melcar 20 months out. And Ben198. What did I do, Ben? I can't remember. I've lost track. Earth dollars. Can you imagine the arguments we'd have about what we should call it? Concrete. Kidding me? So much running around at this point, just trying to grab materials to build things.
Yep.
I'm fine, thank you. Put some more in that. Okay, somebody's been thieving. You think credits is an ideal name? We have a global currency, Bitcoin. Do you know how many cryptocurrencies there are? And the problem with Bitcoin is it's limited. It's a finite number. To grab some concrete. M-Boy, thank you. Do you know what, Spitfire? I have never heard of a currency called SDR. That ain't gonna work. Nice, it is. Half capacity, that's fine.
Could I just ask a question if the copper is happy being made sort of floaty, or would you like me to bring it down to a bit more ground level?
I don't know, where's all this happening?
In the west of where you are at the moment.
I don't
We
mind.
have
I'm all for crazy designs. The only thing, my only requirement, I guess, is the one thing per floor. And just try and, we'll just have multiple factories. I think it'd just be fun to try and do something crazy.
Right,
we have
okay.
splitters and stuff now, Paul, if you need to use them.
Oh, nice. So we do.
That's odd. Yeah, look at one power pole. I can't see the power. Cannot see the power level, but I look at another one that does work.
Yeah, it's a bug.
They might possibly fix that one.
Yeah.
We should have plenty of power for now, Fro.
100
Yeah.
megawatts.
That might do. I am building a biomass production plant.
I'm
up in
eating a
them
corned beef
hills,
sandwich.
So I'm out of the way.
And
Okie dokie.
some frazzles.
Who
That's my
ruined the beautiful lake with a biomass mass?
Wow, how could you?
Like, genuinely, of all the places to put something in the middle of a beautiful, picturesque lake.
Yeah, Sean. How dare you?
Well, I needed it close to the hub, and if you stand here, you can get a better look at the creatures that's stuck for the last
Why?
45 minutes.
Why was there a requirement for it to be close to the?
Because that's where you get all the biomass from. That's in storage.
What
Well,
an
move the
industrialist.
storage then.
If you want it gone, you can sign a petition and I may look at it.
Once we get coal power, that'll be gone anyway.
Yeah, it's
That's
only
true.
there till we get coal power. Well,
Oh yeah, it's bacon. Right, we need to start splitting stuff. Wait, what? Ah, scumbag. Alright, Navarine. I was thinking of putting a wall with windows around that trap creature. You opened a lifetime ISA before the tax year and get ready for new life as a 30-something with astute financial management. That's way too sensible. Need another splitter over there. That tree is going to get hugely in the way right now.
You need to research some chainsaw.
We do.
I'm working on the research.
Puppy science. You put $4,000 in. What kind of ISA is it though? Is it a savings ISA? Is it a shares ISA? Stocks and shares ISA? I don't think these animals actually clip, so I don't think you can jump on them because they're just effectively a drawing. A lifetime ISA? What does that mean?
Milestone reached. You have unlocked several structures aimed to
Need to get power to this thing. For which I need concrete. Oh, you can set up, they're very bouncy. I didn't know that.
Ooh, we can make biofuel now.
Amanita lardum or bacon agarate can be added to the object scanner catalog.
The state puts in 25% per tax year up to
£4,000.
£4,000. So it's like a pension then. I presume that's why it's called a lifetime. You can't do anything with it until you're of pensionable age, presumably. It's designed for either buying your first home or available when you're 60. Okay. So you can get at it earlier then. Floor is too steep. What? How can the floor be too steep? It's on a platform. What are you talking about? It's okay. We've got the iron on the go. So we could like... That's coming out at 30, isn't it? We've got a 60 belt. So what we could do is merge these two together and then have two outputs at 60 coming out of here. You have to be 18 to 39 supply if you want to withdraw and not allow and not buying a home and go 25%. Yeah, so they basically take it back. I think that's fair enough, to be honest. It encourages you to save. It adds a bonus on top if you use it for a house or a pension. And if you want to get your money out, you can, but then they take their money back. You left the game, bro?
Yeah, I got stuck in a bush. Let's try if rejoining works again.
Can we class that as a death?
I'm not still alive. I just can't move.
I'm classing that as a death. That's 2 deaths. Press Control Shift R if you're stuck.
Yeah,
Did that work?
I didn't do it. I'm guessing it does the respawn.
I take it we can't build a wall with a conveyor slot in it yet.
That's exactly what it does. Wait, what? Okay. What did I even do? Control Shift R.
Reset, I assume.
Yeah. I got out of the bush, but I didn't die. Now I can't pick stuff up. For some reason.
Mikey Favre, Rome died in a Bush Tucker trial. Logistics merge. No. Oh, I've lost. I've eaten all my corned beef. Compressor respawn from menu 2. Good to know.
Milestone reached. Additional to an inventory expansion, you are now capable of removing foliage that consists primarily of wood.
Is that a chainsaw?
Yeah.
Noise.
Doesn't like building on lakes, but he's fine chopping trees down.
I will work on the conveyor walls for you, Paul, now.
That would be beautiful. And then I can box this thing off and be done with it. Guess we need to get one of those power slugs so we can research it.
Done it.
Has that been researched? So we know how
Yep.
to boost things, yeah?
Yep.
Because we need more limestone, really. I want more concrete, so we need to boost the limestone and then construct it.
Yeah, I've put it in the MAM. I just got to put the copper, iron rods, and iron plates in now.
I think that tree's going to have to go. Gonna need to split that. Space elevator. I don't know. We haven't put the space elevator down yet, have we?
Nope. Not that I know of. I haven't seen it anywhere. Or maybe it's been built in 5 seconds.
Well, this is going to be a pain to put down. It's not happy about this. This is going to be tricky. I might have to ramp up here.
Do you want some cable, Sean?
Please, yeah. Thank you.
No problem. Literally 3 seconds before you came over, I deconstructed the assembler with it all in.
Come on, game. Let's try that. The patch was mostly some bug fixing. Hey, Mr. Causer. How are you doing, sir? You feel like I get a lot more viewers if I actually did a few evenings during the week rather than the very early start Friday. Goldaber. That's possibly true, but it would then impact my YouTube and other stuff. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But, you know, having said that, there are plenty of streamers who start at like midday earlier than me and do absolutely fine because they just stick to that schedule and people get used to it. It's whenever you make a change to a schedule, you have to accept that you're going to take a drop because it will have an impact as people get used to it. And some people can't watch, but other people then can. So it takes time for it to work through. You can't make a change and expect things not to have an adverse effect.
Milestone.
New one.
Ensure
Thought we'd
optimal
start in the
use of
third
space,
world, third biome.
navigation and tidiness. R&D have developed stairs and conveyor walls.
Let's see. That's a real pain.
You can now make your walls full.
Sweet. Oh, why don't you want to build on that? I think it's because it curves, it doesn't like it.
Is there any concrete anywhere?
Yeah, there's 2 mines with 2 sets of storage on either end.
Oh,
There's
come
one
on,
over
there we
here,
go.
Fro.
Of course, there was one right next to me and I ran to the other side.
Additional samples are required for R&D to continue developing a defense-oriented blueprint. The creature has been named Phacocoirus plumiuscata, or fluffy-tailed hog.
Which way round are you putting the walls?
Just go with the default. Life's not worth bothering with those things now. It's so picky. I have to bust all that for a second. Well, Yoshi, there are people in Australia that can now
Anybody
watch.
built a chainsaw yet?
They can now watch the Friday stream that couldn't before, and there are people, perhaps in Europe, that can't watch because they're still at work or school. You know, as I said, Yoshi, before, there's always winners and losers in this, always, and I cannot possibly keep
I'm
everybody
working on
happy.
it, Frank.
All I can do is do what works for me, and then let people adjust.
No problem.
I'll try Pringle. Let's see. Stick a merger on that. Oh, can't afford. You like the streams at time today? Missed most of the weekend streams at your work, 4 PM till midnight. Well, that's the other thing, Golden Bear, is in order to keep doing YouTube and Twitch full time, you have to do something that's basically sustainable. Yeah, there's no, like, so many, and people don't get this, because to some people, what people like me do is just play games, and yet you've got this situation where there are so many creators that burn out. So how is it if somebody is just playing games? How did they get to this point where they burn out? Where they get fed up of doing it? Where they fatigue themselves? Like, where they don't want to or can't do it anymore? How do they get to that point if they're only playing games? And the answer is that it's not just playing games. Like, there's a lot more to it than that. So you have to be very careful to make sure that what you do is sustainable in the long term. Like, if you view it as a job that you're going to like do for 2 years and then get out, fine. You can probably hit it super, super hard. But if you view it as something that you're going to do for the long term, then you need to treat it that way. Why is this not chucking things out? Wait, what? Say what now? No power?
Paul, could you come and build a little bit of wall for me? For some reason it won't.
Yeah. Sean, have we got a power shard by any chance?
No. I researched one, but I haven't managed to find
Okay.
any more yet.
Well, I just need to get one for the concrete, for the limestone mine when we can. Where is you want some
Yeah,
stuff
that's
from
no
me?
problem. I'll go on an electrical adventure shortly.
Northwest.
Fortnite is where you should be.
See, there's sort of two holes.
Well, that's exactly what they are doing. They're entertainers. They don't just play a game. Well, the ones who succeed don't just play a game. I've seen plenty of people, I see plenty of people just play a game and they don't really get anywhere.
ETA on the chainsaw.
I'm trying
What
to
am I doing?
find you.
Up there.
Well, I'm down at the work thingy.
What do you want, a floor?
Equipment workshop.
No, a wall. And is there one there for you?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
If it's not there for you, you'll have to log out and back in to resync.
I think you can just delete it, Paul, and then replace it, and it should sync back up.
I'm behind you, Sean. Ooh.
See it now, something?
Alright, make some
No,
biofuel.
it's not. It's not the end one. It's the sort of third one along here.
And fuel.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a glitch in the matrix. If you got burned out, couldn't be bothered, you go to work, you'd be fine, isn't it? Well, yeah, but that's what happens, isn't it? I mean, plenty of people burn out at work, and then they end up kind of getting themselves ill, usually over stress.
The mycelium
That's exactly
within
what
this
happens.
fungus suggests strong bonding feature.
But unlike, you know, in your job where you're perhaps just working your hours that you're required to work, the real danger of doing this kind of job is there's no set hours. There's no defined hours. And in fact, streamers in particular tend towards way more hours than they really should, because the more they're live, the more they're getting views, the more they're getting subs and all that kind of thing. And if you're not live, you lose out on viewers, you lose momentum, you lose subscribers, people go somewhere else. So there's a very massive pressure on streamers in particular to keep streaming and to do it as much as they can. And they push too hard. They don't balance it. And that's exactly what happens. And you can see them burn out in like 2 years.